What is up, you beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Unaligned and Unfiltered. I'm your host, Jack, or the Twisted Wanderer. Welcome to a special Scoli Sunday episode. Today I am joined by author, fellow Fusioneer, and scoliosis advocate, Caroline Bell. I'm so excited. Hi, Caroline. Welcome to the pod.
Thank you for having me. I'm so stoked to do this.
Me too. I'm excited. So, I always like to start with our journeys. I know you were diagnosed at 15 and eventually made the decision at 17, to have spinal fusion surgery. So kick us off on that journey, if you don't mind.
Gladly. Yeah. What started it all?
Yeah.
So I, as you said, was 15 when it was found. But I started having really, really intense neck and shoulder pain when I was 13. And nobody could explain why. There was a couple people with scoliosis in my family, but I was being watched for that, probably not watched closely enough. But there were no signs in my spine, just pain, 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 pain. So, we did the usual course of actions, the chiropractor, the physiotherapist, the massage therapist, a lot of time and money and hope and after school appointments for all this in the hopes that it would help relieve my pain that was just unexplainable at that time. And then the summer I turned 16, I had another growth spurt. I'm like 6 feet tall. And as I had that growth spurt, the scoliosis presented itself visibly, and I started having lower back pain that summer. But you're having a growth spurt, there's growing pains usually. And my dad found my scoliosis, even with all these like professionals that I was going to see. They were looking up here at my shoulders, not at the rest of my spine. So I give them grace for that. But my dad gave me a hug just on the way out to the school bus one morning, and he just kind of froze. Was like, "What is this chunk at the bottom of your back?" Now I have a double curve, so thoracic and lumbar, and my larger curve is my lumbar. So I had this protrusion and rotation in my lower back. That is what my dad found that led to going back to the doctor, getting a fresh set of x-rays. Yeah, go dad. Dad also went to visit some of the care team that I had at the time and was like, "Hey, she has scoliosis. What have you been doing?" Yeah. Go dad all the way.
Seriously.
So yeah, he found it, and I immediately went, like I said, to the x-rays. I got the diagnosis. I was already severe. Like one of my curves was already 40 degrees, which is, I'd say, not standard. Mine developed very quickly, and it was quite a powerful force.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was special snowflake, aren't we all, with these wonky spines?
These little funky spines.
So yeah. And then I was given the option of a brace, but again, because my curves were so powerful so quickly, and I was already 15, 16, I was at the tail end of my growth period, which, growth is a perfect time to be in a brace when you're young and you have years ahead of you to I always picture like a tomato plant, when you have a tomato plant that's too heavy on one side and you put those little like metal supports around it, and it gets to grow taller. I didn't get that window because I was already older. So they offered me a brace. I said, "No, I'm not going into my junior and senior year of high school in a brace all day. That probably won't do anything for me, given the point in my saga."
Yeah.
So I opted for a night brace.
Okay.
So we still gave it the college try, but only at night. So none of my friends knew about my scoliosis, let alone my brace. I hid it. I was the queen of the baggy sweaters. I despised the plastic chairs at school. I was in pain studying. Like I couldn't study sometimes for tests and like that. It's a domino effect of impact.
In so much pain.
Exactly. Yeah. So I joke that like acetaminophen is the flavor of my high school, because I was just popping Tylenols in my locker, like getting through it. Like, what else am I gonna do? So yeah. So I braced for a couple years, and I'm glad I did. Like it sucked.
Yeah,
Braces
I
are not
skipped right
comfortable.
over that. So I always like to
Yeah,
hear and talk about it and sit with it
it's
because not everyone goes through the brace period. And I hear
right.
it's a lot emotionally, I
It's a
hear.
lot. It's a lot. And like I only got a taste of it with my night brace, right? I have so many respect for all the kiddos that brace so diligently every
Yeah,
day in and out at school through everything, sometimes for years. Like go them.
go them. Yeah,
And I have no regrets with my brace experience because I know that I gave it my best effort with what made
definitely.
sense and was available to me to take care of my spine in the best way at the time. So we did that for about 2 years, and my curves were progressing.
Yeah.
Nothing was stopping this
You're
tomato
like,
plant.
we're just gonna keep
Let's
going.
keep
Let's go.
dancing.
Yeah.
So, just like a week after my high school graduation, I got the Fusion. And I'm really
Okay.
glad I did because my curves they were just gonna keep going. Like
Yeah.
we had to stop this. So it was a really tough decision. I was in kind of a gray zone for one of my curves. So the surgeon's like, we could or we couldn't, or we could do one and you can come back in a few years if it progresses. And that like welcome to insomnia in your senior
Yes.
year
Like, what? This is where I want to
is
hang
so
out with you
much.
because personally, for me, I was like, fuck that shit. I'm not having surgery. Like, I remember denying that shit at kind of
Yeah.
around your age. So I would love to hear about that journey because that is such a major decision and you made
So
it,
big.
you know? So
Yes.
how did that feel at such a young age to make that life-changing decision?
If I think about it like from 1,000 feet away, I remember it like, okay, it's just what I had to do, and I did it. However, high school Caroline wrote a lot of pro con lists. And when I was researching for my book, I like dug up every piece of paper in history that I had and I found all these lists. And the reality was I thought about this nonstop.
Okay.
Like day in, day out. It ate into my sleep schedule. I was just so worried if I didn't do it, what would I look like? What would my future look like? And if I did do it, would it actually get rid of the pain? Would it change anything for me? Or would it just be something I endure and there's no result? And that's so much unknown on a teenager. You know,
Yes.
you have so much other stuff and growth and development and hormones and everything going on to process that on your own. Like my parents were awesome. I was really fortunate with that, but I had like no medical professional or child psychologist, God forbid, a scoliosis
Yeah, the
expert
mental
of a
health person.
psychologist.
Yes,
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw it and told my friends. So I was like totally in this little like
Isolated.
army of one going, what do I do? What do I
What do
do?
I
What do
do?
I
What do I
do?
do?
What do I do? It's 2 a.m. What do I do? What do I do?
Oh,
So yeah, I think I made, I don't think, I know I made the right call for me at that time. Um, and one of the driving factors was that I was just on the line at that age to still be treated at the children's hospital and not the adult hospital.
okay.
And while that may not seem like a
No,
huge
that's
deal, especially like depending on what hospitals are around you, I had a great children's hospital near my hometown, and I wanted to be treated there.
heard.
Um,
That's
yeah,
sad.
the other hospitals were like dark gray things, and the children's
Yeah, it's
hospital had like
scary
teddy bears.
looking.
Yeah, so I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm finishing high school. I have the summer to recover, and literally timing is everything for these kind of
Yes.
situations. And then I went to college in the fall. Like,
Say what,
yeah,
Caroline?
like what?
Caroline. I just want to sing your name all the time.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I had it in
Whoa.
July. Had a bit of a complication, but nothing like wild. So I spent a week in the hospital,
Okay.
argued heavily with the angelic nurses there that were trying
They
to get me to
really
walk.
want to fight them.
Did not want to walk.
No.
And
They should
then,
give you a warning that you have to walk. Like, why are you
yeah, I
expecting me to
know.
be in the mood
I
to walk?
know.
I was
I
so,
know. I was quite mad. So the bonus to this, Jack, is that my
yeah.
surgeon went on holiday the day after my surgery.
What?
Yeah, so I
Oh,
was
they're,
like,
oh, okay. Like, thank you for the
and you're
money for my
done. Bye.
vacation. Bye.
Yeah. So I had like a rotating door of residents and nurses
This
caring for me.
infuriates me.
So funny. So my recovery was like in a week in the hospital, and then came home with a bag of drugs and just laid low for the summer. Did like a few little things and recovered, but it was nice not having school pressure or work pressure or anything
Yeah.
else. I could have done it later. Realistically, I could have waited a couple more years. I could have done, I don't know what at the time, but I could have seen how it went. And I don't think that would have changed anything majorly for me. But I'm glad with the timing that I did it. What I'm not glad about,
Tell me.
if we can take a side quest,
Absolutely. Take a side.
is that I had no scoliosis PT offered to me after the surgery or even before the surgery when I was diagnosed.
Okay.
And
Same.
in my hometown, there's a very well established scoliosis PT clinic that's been here since I was born, and we didn't know about it, and we weren't told about it. So I know my spine, I know myself, I know my curves were so strong that no amount of PT would have completely straightened me out. But I do wonder if I had been offered that or just told about it, would my journey have been any different?
Yes.
And I think the short answer is yes, because
Yep.
I would have understood my curves more. I would have maybe not leaned into my curves for 10, 15, 20 years as much as I did, just not knowing. So that's a bit of a burn.
That is a bit of a burn because it's just, that's wild to me because it was right there, like in distance. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone's journey is different. But that's really hard because I also sometimes, we try our best to not go that way, but sometimes there's those what if factors of our life. And that is definitely one that I've experienced because I also learned like more about trough, like
Mm,
probably right before I was undergoing. And I was like,
okay.
this is just like useless now. Like I've made the decision. It's already happening. Like,
Yeah.
and then like now I'm learning about it all these years later, but to not
Yeah.
know about it, right? We were just doing, it sounds like to me, when you were going through the pain of it at like 15 years old,
Hmm.
you were doing regular physical therapy
Yes,
because
I
that was my
was.
journey as well. I never was doing Schroff, but I was in and out
No.
of PT and chiropractor, and like I was like,
Yeah.
but my pain is still here.
I know. And like you're putting in the time and the effort and you want to do right by yourself so bad, but I have all my old binders of exercises that I was given by non-scoliosis
Yes,
PTs,
I
and
saw
knowing
those.
what I know now, it's like, oh my God, that's right into my rotation. That's right into this. That's right into that. Like it
Oh,
it wasn't helping. It may have been hurting. I don't know. I will never, like nobody knows, but it would have been nice to have the right information provided at diagnosis, at pre-surgery, at post-op to
yep,
understand your new body, which is pretty much what you're leaving the hospital with, and
literally.
overall as an education for your own spine, because even if you have the surgery, it doesn't cure scoliosis. You will
But they
carry
let you
scoliosis with
leave
you.
there thinking it does.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah.
the problem. And like
Yeah.
what you're describing is like, and
Mm,
like it's just like what we hope that future patients will get. Like that's like
exactly.
the hope of doing like, you writing your book and like talking about our experiences because it
Yes.
would be so nice if like, oh, okay, you're diagnosed with scoliosis. Let's see like where your curves are at. Let's talk about trough or like all the other things that like,
Yeah.
here you are. Let's see what's
There's
going to work best for you instead of just
exactly.
going, well, let's wait and see. This isn't that big of a deal to like surgery.
Oh yeah. Featuring yoga and swimming, right?
Yes. I remember being told myself I was going to swim. I bought like a bathing suit and everything. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a swim. No,
Didn't happen.
didn't happen.
I did the yoga. I didn't like the yoga. It made me so angry. You're supposed to
Yeah.
like zen when you're doing yoga, and it made me so angry. And I was a teenager. I did not comprehend why. And now as like a wise old adult, it's like, oh yeah, it made me angry because I was in so much pain.
Yes.
Because I was doing down dog and like warrior one, where my shoulders can't hold it, and I'm
Yes.
rotating this way. Of course I hated it.
That makes sense now.
Like, oh. But I was told go do yoga. Don't do scoliosis informed yoga, which is a thing now,
Which is
which
a
is
thing, which
awesome.
I
Yes.
find that so cool. I'm
Oh,
like, even
it's
Pilates, I'm like, what? All of this stuff
oh
can be
yeah,
like designed for us instead of feeling
right.
like I have to go in and modify. And like, there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with modify, but when you're not fully accepting of like your body and stuff, and you're
Hmm.
kind of in like this ebb and flow of like, what do I actually feel about myself? It can make you more angry than anything because you're just
Big
like,
time.
oh, it's just something I can't do. Let me modify it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
that's how I
I
feel.
didn't know how to modify either because
Yeah.
like so many instructors aren't equipped to address scoliosis
Very
modifications on
true.
the fly, and you need to learn the modifications. But who do you learn from? And then
From.
you're thinking the whole class, oh, how do I modify this? How do I modify that? And it's not restful. And then I just end up doing child's pose for an hour.
Yes, is that the one where you just like would lay down like
Yes,
that? Okay,
yes.
that's like the best.
Yeah.
That's like the best. That
So
one is so comfy.
we've come
That's
such a
love.
long way, honestly, in the last 5 years, even. There's just the
Yeah.
community of scoliosis, the information. Like, I have such a passion to improve the scoliosis industry in whatever little way I can. And so many other people, like yourself included, of course, all of us are this mounting voice of like, this is what you need. This is what
Yeah,
you
it's
need to feel. Look,
beautiful to
look over
see.
here. Come with us. Yeah.
Because I
But
think,
it's a
have you,
fight.
like when you're, it is a fight. Was
Hmm.
your journey to, like when I was doing like, just like reading more about like how you like really shared like this journey of all the research you were doing for your book. And I found that so cool that you just like shared the whole process.
Yeah.
Um, how did that like come to be? How did like you start to come online and decide, hey, like this is kind of I'm ready now? Because that's a long way to come to like put your whole journey
Hmm.
in a book for people in your shoes. Maybe like I just find it really beautiful that you did that, and I just want to say thank you for making this book and just take me on the journey and what made you finally feel ready to just put it all out there.
Yeah, especially having been the high school girl that
Yeah,
hid it and
hit
told
it.
nobody about it. I got really mad one day. Like, honestly, I got really mad and really sad, and that was my driving factor to decide, okay, it has been over 10 years since my surgery. I'm still in pain. I still feel alone. I haven't met anyone else with my back or who could possibly understand what my day-to-day looks like with this goofy fusion thing. Like, nobody understands. Like, it's ridiculous. And I got to thinking that there has to be other people out there like me. Turns out I was right, but I wasn't provided that connection and that insight and all the information that we've been talking about here so far today. So I went online, as one does, and started looking for scoliosis books and scoliosis resources and other people with scoliosis. And this is where I got really upset because I found all these families that were newly diagnosed, just like I had been so many years ago, just like you were, and they were asking the exact same identical questions that we had been asking over
More
a
than
decade
10
ago.
years later.
Yeah, which to me, you know, we've come so far with technology, with social media, with the internet, with everything. How are these questions still a thing?
Yeah,
How
that's
like, and it's basic stuff. It's like my child just got diagnosed. I don't know what a Cobb angle is. Like the surgeon's just like talking at me like, what do I do? What do I do? And a lot of parents feeling guilty that their kid has scoliosis and it's somehow their fault. It's like, no, 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 no. Let's take a step back. Let's address as many of these answers as we can and take that off of their shoulders and off of their pile of worries and woes. And then they can get into the really meaty stuff about scoliosis and their own individual journeys and those decisions and the support within the family. So I know that my journey is just one in a million. So I started reaching out to anyone and anyone I could find that had scoliosis and was, talking about it online or if it was mentioned in an interview somewhere. I reached out just fired
Love
emails
it.
at will.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got back to me. Like I didn't know how it was going to turn out, right? This was just something to try and let's see if we can improve things. And a lot of people got back to me, and I was so taken aback at how genuine and open and vulnerable all these people were with me. I was a stranger, just an internet stranger like
Yeah.
you and I,
Yeah.
and they would tell me their diagnosis stories, and there were tears, their bracing stories, their surgery stories. Some of them didn't have bracing, some of them still haven't had surgery, like all kinds of scoliosis backs who wanted to talk to me and be a part of this project. And between the newly diagnosed families buried in the fear of the unknown and all these like veteran scoliosis warriors that have been through it all, same as them, we have so much information
Yeah.
collectively. So I wanted to put that together and, put it in one resource that is like the first empathetic lifeline on being diagnosed and treated for scoliosis that can be handed to these families a diagnosis and turn scoliosis into direction so that they
I love
know
it.
they know about Shroth, they know about scoliosis informed yoga, they know what cob angles are, they know like some ideas from all these other warriors of what to ask your doctors, what to advocate for yourself with, how to handle a brace in school, how to talk to your friends, like what all these other people did. It's not my story, it's our story.
Yeah.
And we packed it into this little beige
Yes.
book. And yeah, and I knew that, if I wanted to do this, I had to talk about my story too, and I just felt ready. And it's been made so much easier with everyone else being so open and willing to share too. I think it's become this really beautiful movement of scoliosis community and insight
I
that we
agree.
didn't get to have.
I know. It's almost like you're excited to where this journey has led,
Yeah.
and you're kind of getting to almost heal that, like, your inner child that went through this,
Oh,
that
yeah.
hid alone, and now, like, look at you having community and not having to hide away, and that you have people who are sharing these similarities with you. Like you just did,
Yeah. It's
because I have
amazing.
to talk about it. You just did BioniCon with like
Yes.
Meredith and like the Bionic Project, and now, you know, how does that feel comparing to like
Oh,
17-year-old Caroline, and then like facilitating an event and talking to people? Take me on that journey. How did that feel to get up in that room and like experience
it's
that?
it's been like a month and I still don't think I have the words for it, honestly. I've done quite a few speaking events between hospitals, surgeons, conference, kids. I've done writing
Love
workshops.
that.
But BioniCon was for adults with scoliosis. And given that I'm not a surgeon or a researcher or a
Yeah.
child, BioniCon was like at my level. I don't think 17-year-old Caroline would have believed me if I went back in time and told her that she was going to be doing this. Like on stage talking
She'd
about
be
a
like,
book
what?
that you wrote with your scoliosis and like just like jamming out with other people who have scoliosis and fusions. Like, no, give me another baggy sweater. Like,
Something with a baggy sweater. That's so funny.
yeah, it's wild. But I feel obviously a lot more comfortable with my spine than I ever did.
Good.
I do I think it should have taken this long? No, I think we all should have been
Also,
properly supported with our curvy spines and then our fused spines for what it actually means to have a slightly different body, and it's fine. And there's trials, but there's triumphs too. There's so many triumphs. And talking about both those sides of the equation with a pile of other people just like us was it was lightening. Is like this weight off your shoulders that they just get it. You don't have to explain what scoliosis is. You don't have to worry about how you stand or if you need to sit down or this or that. People just get it.
yeah,
And being in a room with that many people was easy.
I love
It was
that.
just easy.
Yep.
Yeah. You're coming next year, right?
Yes. I was so sad because that was my birthday weekend too. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
But
There
I'm
will be
definitely
more.
going next year.
Yeah.
Yes, there will be more,
Yeah.
and I'm just grateful that these spaces exist, because
Exactly.
I remember wishing and wanting that, like not even knowing what this podcast would be at like 16 years old, like writing and like where, like, you know,
Yeah,
and now
right?
like it's here. And it's even when I like first started having people on the podcast, I think what everyone said that Meredith closed out with at BioniCon really spoke to them was that you felt normal.
Yes.
And that is how I've felt just meeting you today, right? Like it's
right.
just this instant connection, this instant like of understanding. And that's like how I felt since I've met like everyone on the pod. And it's
I know.
I love that we're able to like bring it in real life and that people are just feeling seen and just able to understand that they don't have to be alone in this journey. And
no.
I love that for us and for
and
everyone.
It's been like such a hidden, tabooed, quiet thing.
Yes.
For us to be coming together and talking about it is like it's like a big sigh of finally. And also, why is this just happening now?
Yes, I know.
I never
like such a relief and such a it's like
but that's fueling it. Like I wrote this book as a book that my family would have wanted and needed when I was diagnosed. Like this book is for all 17-year-old Carolines around the world
I love that.
and her parents, because the parents are the ones that deal with the doctor's appointments and are adults and understand the reality and the severity and the social considerations and emotional and physical considerations, and the parents aren't supported either.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, but finally that's there. Finally,
it's so cool.
For partners, for everyone, and that long time hiding it and not feeling, I don't like the word normal, but since you said it, normal.
Yeah, like no, I don't like it either, but I like
I know.
what you meant in the concept of it.
Yeah.
It's like not having to modify. It's like not having to, you know, it's just this is our normal, I guess you could say.
But not feeling normal for generations and decades, I think is fueling this movement right now, because we're all over that.
Yeah.
We're over it.
I don't care. I'm just going to talk about everything because I'm tired of sitting with it by myself.
Yeah. And I don't want the next generation to have to go through it.
Yeah.
And bless them, they're already online and they're finding each other. But there's still a lot of sadness and a lot of hiding the brace. And like the scoliosis is so multidimensional in itself physically and what it does to the spine, but it is multidimensional into every aspect of your life.
Yeah, it is.
And none of it gets unpacked properly, in my opinion. So we're changing that.
We are changing that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask then, since it's been, you said you were 17, when, you don't have to give it, but how long have you been fused, and how do you, this is something I've just been thinking of lately, how do you deal with like aging with your spinal fusion? How's that? How do you feel?
Yeah, so I've been fused about 15 years now.
Okay.
I definitely thought about it a lot. I'm in my 30s. I definitely thought about it a lot in my 20s, but I was hiding it in my 20s, and I would get a lot of lumbar pain, just like I did before surgery. It took a layer off of the pain, but it's still there. And that was kind of it. A couple times a year, it would like seize up, and I'd deal with it, and take some Motrin or something. But it was this undercurrent in my life for sure. No matter what I did, I knew if I went to lift something up, my brain would think, you can reach that, and my spine would be like, JK, you don't bend that way. So it's like little moments would remind me.
Yes. Spinal fusions humble us for sure.
Yeah. Oh, do they ever? Now I can still do everything. I'd say it's the same kind of glimmers of, oh, you're fused. Oh yeah, I remember your fuse that I had in my 20s. But I think I'm just taking a more active role in caring for my body and my health.
Good.
So I mean, I've always been active. I am maintaining that activity. I'm trying to stretch a little bit more, strengthen a little bit more, stabilize a little bit more. But now, having learned so much from Schroth and actually being explained how my back is shaped and what a fusion does to your spine, I'm embedding that into a lot more of my activity and exercise so that I'm still moving, I'm still active. You gotta move. You got to
Gotta
move.
move. I
Please
know.
exercise.
Someone tell me. Someone, because I'm the worst. I still don't have, like, it's funny. I'm like, you want a Scoli routine? I don't have one. And I
Oh,
know I need one, but it is
yeah.
me and my mental brain. I couldn't tell you. It's like stuck. It's the
I
funniest thing. So I'm just doing somatics for now because I'm like,
well,
I'm
there you
hoping that will unstuck me
go.
because something is happening with like movement.
Yes.
It's
Well,
weird.
my motivation is pain because I know if I don't do it,
Yeah.
I get sore. It's a bad sore. And then I'll do exercise for a few days and I'll do all the right things. It's like, ooh, I'm feeling better. I'm gonna go do something else.
Mhm.
And I stop exercising specifically for my scoliosis. And then I'm humbled within 2 days. It's
Yes.
like, okay, gotta go exercise again. So it's this like weird cycle, but
Cycle.
it keeps me taking care of myself because I'm
That's
reminded that I
good.
have to.
Yeah.
I also like I'm careful about what I lift up. I think for a long
That's
time I had
huge.
this mentality of I don't need help. I am strong. Spinal fusion won't stop me. I can do everything like everybody else because hey, that's what we were told. You're fused, you're fine, go home.
Yeah, just be careful and go
Yeah, just be
swimming.
careful. And go swimming, but no bungee jumping. So I would lift a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have, and then it would hurt, and I'd just be like, "Nah, you're fine. You're fused." Like I had a very, I
Push
just wanted to
through
fit in, and I
mentality.
pushed through with everyone else because I was hiding it. So now it's like a friend of mine, recent example, asked me to come over and help with some housework. I said, "Sure. What do you want to do? Because we're gonna rake the front lawn." I said, "Absolutely not."
Absolutely not.
He goes, "What do you mean? Like you can walk 10 million steps in a day and you do this and you do that and you do that, but you're not going to help me rake my lawn?" I said, "No."
I physically
Nope.
and emotionally
Yeah.
cannot
Could
commit to
I?
this.
Could I? Yes. Like I physically I can manage, I can work a rake. Am I going to pay for it so badly
Yeah,
afterwards? Yeah. Therefore, it's not
it's
worth it
not
for
worth
me, and
it.
I will not be signing up for this activity. Thank you, sir. So that's how it's changed into my 30s. Because in my
See?
20s, I would have been like, "Yep, sure,
Yeah, I
I'm
got
fine,
you.
no problem, no problem." But
Oh,
then, little things like that I've started to notice, and
good.
I think they're good things. I think I should
That's
have been doing
huge.
that in my 20s.
That's okay. We all have like this, I like to call it like, I'm breaking my people pleasing. Like even in my
Mm,
own internalness of like, no, Jacqueline, that's people pleasing because you're going against what your body actually needs. You are not
yes.
honoring your scoliosis at this point in time. So
Mm-hmm.
I love that
Listen,
for you because it takes a
yeah,
while, but we get there.
yeah. Yeah, but I can't help but wonder again if someone had said like a decade ago, you can do anything, but if your body doesn't like it, don't do it,
Don't do
or
it. It's so
don't push
true.
it,
Just simple
or
things.
yeah, or do, if you are raking or doing something that's a little more strenuous on your back, maybe consider doing it this way so that you're not spending half an hour leaning into your rotation. It's like
Boom,
mind
light
blowing,
bulb.
right? Like it's so simple,
It
but
is.
it's not being explained.
It's
And
not.
that is
And you do a
fueling
great
me.
job
Oh, thank
explaining
you.
because we need
Thank
to
you.
talk about this since we're getting into it. We're going to shift because I need to know where the candy canes
Oh
came
my
from. Okay? I've been watching videos, like old video. I'm like, where's the origin story of the candy canes? I
Do you
must
want to
know.
explain the candy canes for your listeners that may not
Yes.
know what the heck
Yes.
we're talking
Okay. So for everyone listening, Caroline came up with this really awesome way to explain kind of visually what it feels like to move with the spinal fusion. And she takes like those big Christmas candy canes that you would put in the lawn and you put like the curvy part like over the shoulder and it kind of looks like the two rods like next to each other on our back and she uses candy canes. And I just think like it just visually explains the movement so well, and I need to know how you came up with this.
Um, I don't know where where the idea came from. It literally popped into my head one
I
day
love it.
that I wanted to tie my shoes and like display it in a video to show people why I hate tying my shoes.
Yeah, same.
And I remembered we had I was looking for something like a ruler or something. I'm like, that's boring. I'm like, wait, we have candy cane Christmas decorations in the attic. So I went and got them, and that very first reel I posted tying my shoes was the first time I put on the candy canes, and my friend filmed it
Okay.
with me. I'm like, and like the blooper reel was hilarious because I'm
Yes.
trying to like, how am I going to do this? But I hooked them over my shoulders, and then I just taped them around my waist. And
Okay.
I bent down and I made sure we filmed from the side so you can see, like you said, the two candy canes are like two rods alongside my spine, and how I cannot arch at all to reach my feet, even though my brain thinks I can. My body was initially designed to bend forward and reach things and,
Yeah.
and, and twist every which way, but I physically can't because I have two metal rods attached to my spine. My spine is fused, one like long tube of bone, but you will never see it. You will never know. So I brought that visual out onto the
Love it.
outside of my clothes, and it's this bright white and red. You can't miss it. And yeah, I
It's
just wanted to have
so
a
good.
visual because, it comes full circle to what you asked me earlier, Jack, because I hit it
Yeah.
like a pro for years. And now I am literally putting it on the outside of my clothes
Yes.
to showcase it to people so they
True 180.
understand 180, so they understand what everyone with a fusion goes through and how, well, this is an unfiltered podcast, how badass
Yes.
everyone with a fusion really is.
Yes. Spinal fusion
Yeah,
baddies. Okay. That's what
absolutely.
I'm saying. Because it's
Yeah,
so
I,
true.
I love the candy canes. I've had some other people send me clips that they made, like their friends and family members
Yes.
strap on some candy canes and
I
try
need
to
to
tie
do
their
that.
shoes and stuff. Go for it.
I need to do
Send it
that.
to me if you do.
I
Because it's
will.
so fun. The realization that non-fused people have when they put these on, they're like, whoa, like
Right? I feel
that's like
like
an instant.
I had someone say the other day, because no fault of their own, because I'm just learning this years later, like you're not fixed after spinal fusion surgery. So like I had a family friend look at me and go, but I thought they fixed it.
Mm. Oh yeah,
That would
you're
be the
normal
perfect
now.
candy cane moment.
Yeah, get them.
I need
Party
to get
City.
that. I
Yeah, I
love
had
it.
a good one too. I was speaking at a geneticist conference. So the
What's
guys in the
geneticist?
labs trying to figure out what genes and
Okay.
I don't know, petri dish stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not a scientist.
Me either.
They're working on the genetic side of scoliosis. So I was speaking at their conference one year,
Ooh.
and I was in an elevator with a bunch of them at lunch, and one of the guys looks at me, just standing behind me in the elevator. He goes, "So you're fused, huh?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Huh, I never know." I was like,
Really? Because you just pointed it out.
"Yep." Well, he knew who I was. He knew I was fused, but
Oh, okay.
I'm like, you never know. I'm like, that's not the point. Like, I am fused.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
what do you what do you expect me to look like?
Right.
It's stuck
That's
with me.
a
Like,
big one in our
yeah,
community. Like we're all
yes,
supposed to, yeah, like the curves and the way surgery and the way things protrude,
hmm
like we're all so different. I feel like,
yes.
and that's a journey on its own because,
That's a whole other podcast.
because, no, I saw one of your things which reminded me, I'd like to ask you this question because you posted it. I forget which show it was, but you posted, oh, we missed like a learning moment about scoliosis because
Oh,
scoliosis, they love to throw it in the media.
oh yeah,
But every time they do it,
yeah.
they're dicks about it.
Yep.
Okay? I'm
I
just
love how unfiltered this is. I couldn't write
like
that in this book.
I'm just what? What like
Yeah.
the newest show that I just recently watched that brought scoliosis was Running Point. It's a
Ooh.
basketball show on Netflix. And it's Kate Hudson and her
Oh
brothers
yeah.
go, "Why is your posture so bad? Do you have scoliosis?" And I was like, "You little
Uh,
sleuth."
okay. We don't have time for me to get onto this soapbox of mine, but I have a soapbox for this too.
Oh, yes.
Um, Scoliosis historically in the media has almost exclusively been used as a verbal shorthand to belittle, mock, or make someone seem weaker.
Okay,
That's not cool.
it's not.
because every single mention of scoliosis is
Yes.
used as a joke when it could be used as a learning opportunity. And
Mhm.
every joke made about people with scoliosis being, I'm using words here that I don't like, but it's the reality, deformed,
Yeah.
making fun of their braces,
Or a
being
myth,
exiled.
like
Yes,
posture. Like, I'm like, that's
yes,
not even true, but we're putting false
no,
narratives out there
and
now.
they love that one. Yeah, exactly. It's just not informed information, and it is such a great opportunity to
Yeah.
inform. It doesn't take much. You're detracting and you're not informing. So
It's like,
respectfully, screw
who
you.
writes, who, literally, and who writes the joke?
I
Because
know.
wouldn't you, like, fucking research what the thing is before you joke about it? Like that,
But you Google scoliosis, one of the first things that always comes up is scoliosis doesn't cause pain. So we have a lot of work cut out for
we
ourselves,
do.
and we're doing a great job. It like the ripples will add up. Yes, June is Scoliosis Awareness Month,
Yeah.
as you know. I have a few things I'll be announcing throughout there. One of the things that I will be announcing, and you have the exclusive preview to this information, I am charging the community with locating, finding any and every mention of scoliosis used in TV and video.
Oh, I have so many already.
Because every time I ask people about this, and I have surveyed on Instagram and Facebook for this before, nobody comes up with anything. Not like they can't think of anything, and I think they're thinking about good examples of scoliosis.
Oh yeah,
I
there are
want the
none.
bad.
I
I
feel
want the
like
bad
there are no
examples
good
too.
ones.
I want the bad examples, and I'll have a platform for us to collaborate on this
I'm
globally.
excited about this.
Yes. Information, insight, community, authenticity. I'm your girl. Let's go, scoliosis.
Go.
Because
Scoliosis. Sorry, I love saying
yeah,
that.
if we have a list of everything in TV and movie that mentions scoliosis, and it is only bad jokes, now we have an equation to play with to bolster the other side of that list. We need good representation of scoliosis in the media as well.
Yeah.
So
I've been thinking.
we're gonna make this list happen. Step one, identify.
Identify. There's a lot. I need to write this one down so you know, because this will come out. This is going to come out in June. But True Blood, they also do one. They don't say scoliosis, but he's like, it's really, really funny. I have to find the episode. They talk about being fused.
Ooh.
Like, my whole bum is metal now.
Oh.
I was like, this is so relatable. That one was relatable. I need to find
There
that
we go.
one.
Okay. We got +1 in the other category.
But that is a great idea. I'm excited for that. That'll be so fun for the community.
It will be. I dabbled with it in the book. I have like one section on media. I really had to restrain myself because
yes, I would love to.
That could have expanded. But there's been a few since publishing the book that I've noticed. I have shared them on social media.
Ooh, okay, go find it.
People latched onto that. Yeah, there was the new iCarly like reboot season.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
There was one that really irked me in there.
Okay, I'm gonna watch
there was one it's like a show from the early 2000s called Psych. And there was an episode, just like a one episode character was stuck in a gymnasium on a trampoline, and he made some comment that he was fused, but it was the wrong information.
Okay.
So I was like, I latched it, I like pause, rewind, like what? Yeah, let's revisit that,
like,
please.
Wait, can I hear what actually just happened?
And then, do you remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the original one?
Yeah.
So I like binged that last year, I think.
Where can you watch all those?
I don't remember.
Ooh, that's so cool you do that.
I don't remember. Yeah, but there was one, you know how she had like something weird happen to her with spells and stuff in every episode? There was one, and I got a screenshot, it's on my Instagram, where her whole neck is to the side and she's looking in a mirror, the camera's behind her. So you see her neck, like her cervical to her thoracic, just totally slanted. And it was like late 90s CGI, right?
Yeah.
But I saw that, I'm like, let's talk about this. Like, Sabrina had scoliosis for an episode. Let's unpack that.
Ooh. Okay, I have to go look at this. This is so funny.
I don't think they made a negative comment or bad joke on that one.
Okay.
Could it have been an opportunity to educate?
Probably.
Yes. Yes. I'm always on the lookout for that. I know it's probably a pipe dream, but
no, I don't. Look at all the change.
Some will be better than nothing. Yeah.
Look at all the change coming from, you have to see the ripple effects of like what you've done. You know what I mean? Like your book and things and the community, like just from, 2022 starting this journey and then like we were talking earlier, how I like noticed like everyone starting to meet each other and like liking the things. So like just me doing the research, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's gotten so
it's
big.
happening.
So you should be proud of that. It's amazing.
I am, and you should be too. Like this is not going to be done by one girl with a laptop. This is going to be done by global interest and determination of people to make this change. Yeah. And I think it's absolutely started. It's happening. I don't want it to slow down.
No,
I want it to gain momentum.
Me too.
So, I have a suggestion, if I will, for June Scoliosis Awareness Month. You know how every month has like a thing, like there's like Cancer Awareness Month and Mental Health Awareness Month and this month, and they're all great and they all do great work, and there's so many associations and societies that take part in that. And it's just getting information out there, usually some research and fundraising, but it opens up conversations. June is Scoliosis Awareness Month. And something I've noticed routinely is that all these month themes that people have on calendars omit Scoliosis Awareness Month. So June is never labeled as Scoliosis Awareness Month.
You have Pride. I feel like Pride.
We have Pride too, but many months have more than one thing.
Oh, so you're saying it's never, ever?
It's not. It's left out. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So I've asked a bunch of my colleagues and friends who work in large corporations, even like small things, just, hey guys, do you guys celebrate like the months thing? Do you have awareness things? Sorry?
No, that's so true. I'm thinking of like in my own corporate job. I'm like, wait, what months have we celebrated? And like June, we will celebrate like Pride.
Which is great.
But
let's
you've
freaking
never
celebrate that too.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But
but
I've never noticed that.
So we know it's Scoliosis Awareness Month in June. So I am tasking everyone that is ready, willing, and able to, if you see that your corporation or company or your community puts out these monthly focuses and you don't see Scoliosis Awareness Month in June, email them. Say, hey, you got all these great things. Let's put Scoliosis Awareness Month on the books for June in addition to everything else we already do. Just having the word in front of you and planting the little seed may be enough for someone to say, oh, Scoliosis Month is a thing. My back matters. I can talk about this. It is a door to conversation. If somebody doesn't know what scoliosis is, they'll Google it. Or they'll talk about it. It's just a little something to plant the seed.
I'm gonna
get it on people's books for the month of June.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I already have had 2 people do it with success. It was easy peasy.
Okay,
and
cool.
Yeah,
that's
your homework.
Totally mention that in my employee resource groups at work because I'm a part of like the disability one, and that would be such a great place to bring it into.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of little things like that, like small but mighty things that we can do easily in our own little orbits, our own little pockets of the world to bring scoliosis a little bit more to the forefront.
Yeah.
Yes. Information, insight, and more respect for scoliosis and the badasses that have scoliosis.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I just love how passionate you are about like just changing the narrative because it's such an important narrative to change from diagnosis to surgery because it shouldn't, you're right, it shouldn't take us this long to realize, oh wait, surgery didn't fix me. I need a whole scoliosis routine. I'm not all alone. There's more people like this. Like that's
bang.
Like it's like, what do I do?
It is. Even if you don't have surgery, even if you don't have a brace, even if you have a curve and it's not progressing and you just wait, the old wait and see. But some people do have just minor curves that they don't have pain and they're fine with that. Still have scoliosis. Maybe it impacts them differently. Maybe, they don't go through the whole surgery chapter of the Scoli saga, but they're a part of it.
Scoli
Like
saga.
no matter how different our spines are and our stories are, we still have a lot of the same underlying feelings and experiences and emotions with scoliosis, courtesy of scoliosis.
Courtesy of scoliosis.
Yes.
It's wild to I know, like, sometimes I find myself wondering, I don't know if you ever do this, but like I'm so grateful for it and what it's brought in me. Like I'm finding more gratitude these days because of community. So like that's shifting because I feel like I used to just feel so angry about like why scoliosis, why me, like the
Yeah.
pity party that we like. Valid. We can all have a pity party every once in a while. Has that shifted for you too? Like, have you ever?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I was also very angry and the big why me. And
Yes.
brains love latching onto negative
Negative. I'm reading
things.
about that now.
Yeah. So it's not our fault. It's just what our brain did
Likes to do,
naturally.
apparently.
But having had some mental health support at that key moment to learn that and learn how to course correct it at a younger age and not have that kind of anger and negative self-talk for so many years could have been a game changer. It's beautiful that we're learning it now. It's beautiful that we have this community. Like it's all good. And I do feel that gratefulness and I have a lot of empathy, which I don't know if I would have had that much without my scoliosis and my journey. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody would know. So I'm very grateful for it from all those side of things. But that took a while. And I was very angry and sad about it for a lot of years first.
Same.
I've heard the same from so many people. Like when I was interviewing for research for my book, it was the same thing I was hearing over and over again from people. Like as far as Australia, it's the same story. Right?
It really does.
That was the motivation behind it. Like it doesn't need to be that sad and tough. We collectively have so much information. We collectively go through so many of the same things. Let's put down what we do know and then deal with the rest. And when we know that, we'll put that down and then we'll deal with the rest of the unknown, and things are going to change. Medicine's going to change, for the better.
Yeah.
But we know a lot. We know a lot already. So together we've got this. We're not alone, even though we were left to feel alone for so very long. It's over.
It's over. The isolation is over. It's like so nice.
It's a great big "I've got you, babe" like song going on in my head.
Yeah, literally. I have to ask then.
Sure.
What is one piece of advice you would give a 17-year-old right now faced with the same decision?
I'd say you're gonna have a great time in life with or without scoliosis. It just might look a little different.
Love that.
Yeah. There's so much uncertainty, and that was part of my great big pro-con list when I was facing surgery is, if I have a fusion, am I going to be able to travel? If I have a fusion, what does it mean for my studies? If I have a fusion, what does it mean for like relationships or even friendships? I didn't know, and nobody was there to talk to me about it. But let me tell you, you will have a great life with scoliosis. If you have a fusion, like you could still do great things and have fun. Honestly, God, have fun.
Have fun. It really is.
Have fun. Wear the great big sweater if you want to. Wear the open back shirt if you want to. Like, have fun, be comfortable, like, and just keep learning. That'd be my second piece of advice is do not underestimate your capacity to learn.
Yeah, I think that's been the most fun. And I think that's what's been the most fun is like learning all about just like all the different types of movement. What actually, like how we said earlier, what is a Cobb angle? Because quite honestly, I didn't know until like 3 years ago when I first started sharing my journey online. And then I found like Dr. Beth and and it's just so much information to take in at once.
especially when you're like 13. That
Yeah,
is
like
way
it's
too
such
much
a long
information to
journey.
process.
It's
Yeah,
such a long journey that like, because
it
I'm
is.
very similar to you. Like I was diagnosed at 13, pain kind of crept in 14, 15, like, and then like it's just funny that we made the opposite decision.
I
So
know.
that's why I'm so excited to talk to you because I denied it at 18
Yep.
and you went on to have it. So like I just admire, like I just give you so much, like just want to give you your flowers because it's not an
Oh,
easy, either way, it's not an easy decision, but to say yes at
no.
that age and to have control over it,
Hmm.
it's just, I just feel like that's really strong. And I just like really, what is that word? I can't think of it, but blank you because I can't like think of what the word is. That also blank doesn't sound good.
Yeah, maybe
Oh
not.
God,
The
it's
the
like
good
ADHD
blank.
brain over here. The good blank, like
I feel the
it's
sentiment. I got it. I'm picking it up.
admire the strength. Admire because I think
I'll
part of
take
me
that.
had an inkling to do it at 18, but I
Hmm.
was just like, what the fuck, like like it's just like, but then
I
like
think.
it to you, like it's not like I learned about scoliosis in the years that went on that I eventually needed surgery. So it almost like
Hmm.
kind of validates what you said. Would much have changed? Like no, I still needed to get
Yeah.
my surgery because I
Yeah.
didn't have that information, and I wouldn't have had that information. I don't think ever if I didn't get fused. I
Yeah.
feel like I maybe would have been even more. I don't know. It's so
I don't
wild to
know.
think.
I'm thinking about that too now. Like, I know my pain would have like skyrocketed.
Yeah,
Like
that
I
pain
was
pre-surgery was
it's
terrible.
it was bad. It was so
It's
bad.
very
Like
different.
pre-surgery, my lumbar curve was at 60 degrees. And at that big, it's going to keep
Was
increasing.
it 60? Okay, I
Hmm.
thought you said, wow.
It
And
was
it's,
like, or like just shy, depending on who
did you have a
did the cloud
C?
math.
Or like
No,
you had
I
this
had an
S
S.
curve and it
I had
was
an
just,
S, yeah. So I had a 40-degree thoracic and 60-degree lumbar just before surgery. And I was
okay.
fused T8 to L4, so quite low, which
You
is,
are the L4.
I
Okay.
am L4, yeah.
Nice.
So the lumbar pain was real bad before.
Yeah.
The surgery took a big layer off, but if I don't do my exercises and my strengthening and stabilization, it'll come back.
It'll come back.
Or if I spend the day raking the yard, oh, it'll be there.
Yeah. And do you ever
But
notice, I have to ask, I'm like just intrigued. Like, do you ever notice that obviously we have like the fusion discomfort? I feel like everyone kind of has that in their own way. But there are some days, the days that you're kind of mentioning, where you do certain activities. Do you feel the, I like to just call it my just pre-bone pain,
mm,
I guess, like the pain you felt before spinal fusion. Do you feel it sometimes like creep up? I feel it on some
yes,
days and it's very weird because I haven't felt it.
it's yeah.
In a,
In your bones proper.
yeah.
You know what? No,
No. Okay.
no, I don't. I feel it in my muscles around my spine, especially on my left
Okay.
lumbar. I don't feel it. I don't really feel my spine. Like some people say they feel the rods in their backs when it's really cold outside,
Yeah.
and I don't.
Okay.
And a
That's
lot of people don't,
interesting.
and
That's
some
where I was
people
like,
do.
ooh, okay.
And let me tell you, it hits -40 here in Canada, so I know what cold is.
Yeah. Oh, I
Like
bet you do.
so
My goodness.
sometimes I'm like shivering and it like I feel like my candy cane rods would be like clattering inside of me
Yeah.
because like my teeth are clattering, but I don't feel it. I feel more
Okay.
tension in my shoulders and in my muscles because your body naturally tenses up and keeps warm when you're freezing. I don't feel my rods. So I don't feel
Okay.
bone pain. I do feel like if I'm doing something that I can do but might regret, but I push through and do it anyway, sometimes I do feel like an, a warning sign, like an inkling
Okay.
in my muscles being like, oop, didn't like that. Let's take us like a pause and readjust and try, moving this leg this way and lifting it this way. But I watch out for the warning signs in my muscles because I
Okay.
know something bad's coming if I don't.
Yeah. No, that's definitely
Um,
something.
I want to circle back real quick. I know we're coming
Yeah.
at the end of time that
No, tell me.
I chose to have surgery when I did, and you chose to wait a
Yeah.
little longer. Um, Part of the reason I made that choice was the timing that I was going off to college, and I say this with the biggest grain of salt. I wanted to get it over with. But
Okay.
there are some people that choose to have surgery because they just want to get it over with and be done with scoliosis. And I think those are two really different intentions that should not be confused.
No, that's a good call out.
Yeah, because getting it done to get it out of the way for a timing and logistical reason, and I was still going to be at my kid's hospital, and my curves were this, and my head, like everything lined up for me to do it at that time, so I did it. But going for surgery just because you want to get it over and done with and be done with scoliosis and be fixed, finger quotes, fixed,
Yeah.
is a very different intention.
Yeah.
And I think some people are doing that, or I've heard from some circles, some surgeons are saying to do that and have the surgery and then you'll be fine. Careful is my word of caution.
Sorry, I can't stop myself. I'm like, I want to beat up those. Don't worry, people. I will. Jack's not gonna.
Just putting out the word of caution there that those are two very different things.
No, that's a good call out, and I think along with you, that's eventually what like ended up happening. I was just like, I need to do this, and things are lining up now, so like let's make this decision.
Yeah.
But it is a journey. But if anyone's listening, it doesn't fix you. You just learn how to live scoliosis differently. I feel like it just changes your relationship with scoliosis and your body. It's a different way to carry the journey, like
absolutely
compared to pre-surgery.
One big thing that it took off of my mind comparing pre-op to post-op is I didn't have to worry about my curves progressing anymore, which they were, and going for the x-rays and waiting for the news. It's like, you still have scoliosis, you still have the asymmetries, you still have the muscles pulling in different directions, but your curves aren't going to get bigger as determined as they were. So let's work with, like, let's stop them right there and let's work with that, and that's your body, and let's learn how to live with this body.
That's a good way to put it.
The education was lacking, but I've since caught up and I feel a lot better.
Literally. Just wish I just want a book. Now we have one.
Oh, wait, this book?
Oh, wait. Like, everyone, like, how nice would it be? Like, that's so cool that, like, now, like, if someone was going under spinal fusion, I could be like, here you go, here's Tangled in the curves. You know, like, that's so awesome.
I definitely, I wanted the fusion part of it in there for sure, because that is its own journey. I think there's so much to that. But I did, like, intentionally break it out into starting with diagnosis, maybe a brace. So there's a section for the bracers, then the fusion, if you do go the fusion route, preparing for it, which is very empty for information from the hospital. I don't know
what I did. I was 25. I think I was drinking before. Like, not like, I'm sorry. Like, my journey and scoliosis is comical and full of wildness.
I love your story. But it's like you're dealing with all the logistics of surgery and all the, like, worries that come with any surgery.
So scary.
Did you think to fill your freezer with food so you don't have to think about food for the upcoming weeks? Oh, okay, let's do that.
That would have been a good idea.
So and this is, again, not just for me, this is all the advice and experience and everything that I gathered from everyone else that I spoke to and put it all together. And then even if you don't have surgery, or if you did or didn't have a brace, there's life and the beyond with scoliosis. And I think like half of my book is just life with curves, with a fusion or not.
Yeah.
So no matter the stage of the journey, there's something there for the individual or the parent to make it easier. Just take a layer of the unknown and the what do I do and what does this mean off the plates. You can focus on being present and dealing with the specifics of the situation.
Yeah. So you don't feel so tangled in the curve.
Exactly.
It's really funny because your book is kind of like untangling things for people.
Yes.
It's kind
together
of like,
we can untangle this curvy journey. Yeah.
And
that is my little logo. I'm enamored with my logo.
I know,
because
I love it. I really do love it. You can sell it if you want. I know, I downloaded it via Kindle, so I don't have the beautiful book.
There it is.
It's beautiful.
So you start off in this tangle of, oh my gosh, I have my child, or I have scoliosis, and it's all scary and red, and then you slowly untangle it all together and it gets lighter and smaller, and then we have a little green heart, because green is the official color of scoliosis.
Very thoughtful. I
Very
really do
proud
love
book
it.
mom.
I would be too.
Yeah.
How old is she gonna? She came out. She's gonna be 3. Is
She's
your
gonna
book
be
gonna be 3?
3. Yeah, it's wild. I can't believe how many
They're
people have connected
so
with
cool.
this in
Yeah.
3 years. Yeah, I have so much planned for June this year. I
Can't
will
wait to
be
see.
going back to speak on television about scoliosis awareness, which is always my favorite thing
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, I can't wait to
Yay!
watch.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot, and it's gonna be a great time, and we're gonna do it all again next year.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. So then I'll ask my last question for you is what do I want to change it now? I always do this. We've talked about so many things. Now I should just stick with what I have. Oh, sorry everyone. This is the part where I'm like la la.
Covered so
No,
many bases.
I know. Do you have a hill that you're willing, like Scoliosis, Spinal Fusion Edition? Do you have a hill that you're willing to die on, or a hot take for scoliosis?
Oh my gosh. I've had so many hills that I've started to tackle. I want every family to have a scoliosis 101 at like the moment of diagnosis. I don't want just a surgeon. I don't want just a pamphlet. I don't want just an x-ray. I want them to understand what it all means, and I want them to be supported. You know what? Let me summarize my hill for you. I
I like it.
want at diagnosis for every family to have access and opportunity and knowledge of the medical, psychological, and social supports that they need. It takes all three. And right now, we're barely getting two. I want a PT that knows about scoliosis. I want a mental health practitioner that can
Please,
support the family with
please.
scoliosis and the patient. And of course, the surgeons and the medical team, they're a part of the equation. They're the main part of the equation right now, but that equation needs more. So I will die on this hill that it takes more than one specialty to help a patient and their family a diagnosis of scoliosis. And I want those embedded into the system.
Fuck yeah. I'm joining Caroline's hill.
Come hike with me.
Let's fucking go.
Support team.
Support team. This is
Yes.
amazing. I could just talk for
Yeah,
you forever. I feel like
I
whenever I meet
know.
another person with scoliosis, it's just always so
It's
hard to
so
just be
good.
like, oh, okay, we're done. But I'm like,
Yeah, I
because
know.
I have to
I'll
like go
leave
do
I'll leave
other
you with a
things.
hashtag, okay?
Okay.
From there was a minorly famous moment at BioniCon this year where
Ooh.
during my talk I told the room to deploy because I
Oh
was
wait,
talking
yes.
about scoliosis support and how to create scoliosis support and awareness in your own communities and how we have a responsibility as the adults with scoliosis now to make it easier for the next generation. And on a whim, I just said deploy. So
I like it. Hashtag
hashtag
deploy.
Scoli deploy has become a little
Okay.
thing.
I love
Um,
it.
so whenever we're raising awareness or doing support or climbing this hill to get the proper practitioners in place, it's been hashtag Scoli deploy for
Scully
the last few
deploy.
weeks.
Yeah. Scully
So
deploy.
yeah,
I like it.
deploy the army for scoliosis.
Hell yeah, that's what we're doing. I can't thank you
Yeah,
enough for everything you're doing for the community, for the beautiful book that you wrote. I'm so excited to be reading it. I'm definitely going to do a solo take podcast on it after I read it because it's already so good. I'm so happy I finally got it.
oh,
But
thank you.
thank you for joining me today, Caroline. Is there anything else? Do you want to shout out your website, where anything is, where everyone can find
Sure.
you?
You can find me all over Instagram, Facebook. My website is tangledinthecurves.com. The book is available at all the fine retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Indigo, or you can buy it directly from my publisher and support a self-published small business owner. It's books.frisianpress.com, and all links are on my Facebook website and Instagram at the
Perfect.
Scoliosis Book.
Yay! And I will link all those in the comment section for you also. Everything is there. But until next time, you beautiful people, take care of your mind, take care of your spine. Love you. Bye. Yay!